Vasudeva sutam devam
Vasudeva sutam devam
Kamsa chanuramardanam
Kamsa chanuramardanam
Devaki paramanandam
Devaki paramanandam
Krishnam vande jagadgurum
Krishnam vande jagadgurum
Namostute vyasa vishala buddhe
Namostute vyasa vishala buddhe
Pullaravindayata patra netra
Pullaravindayata patra netra
Yena tvaya bharata taila purna
Yena tvaya bharata taila purna
Prajvalito jnanamaya pradipaha
Prajvalito jnanamaya pradipaha.
So the meaning of the second shloka, Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe, the Bhagavan Veda Vyasa, he has given the knowledge. Whatever knowledge is available, Bharatiya Shastra, the Puranas, maybe it be Puranas or Itihasas like Mahabharata or Ramayana or 18 Puranas or the Upanishads or the Vedas, whatever we have now, it is by the grace of, it is nothing but the grace of the Lord Vedavyasa. And by His grace, He alone, by His grace alone, the light of knowledge can shine in us. There is a light of knowledge, to burn that one. Knowledge is such a fuel, it never will get extinguished. There is no end to learning. I can't say, I have read this one, finish. I can't finish. I can't close the book. There is no end to the knowledge. If the light of knowledge has to shine within you, you need the grace of our Vedavyasa. He is a Guru. This Guru Purnima, it's celebrated. It's a reverence to Vedavyasa. And whoever teacher, whatever path they are taking, and the seat on which they are sitting and talking, that seat is called as Vyasapita. They are a representative of Vedavyasa. So, when you are a representative, you should not go according to your imagination. The Vedas message, it should flow in one line. And Mahabharata, Itihasa, Ramayana, every direction should be it should flow towards the same direction. Puranas, when you read that one, you should not go off track. Everything should go in one direction. Then it means you are tuned to the messages of Vedavyasa. Otherwise, if I am going in opposite direction, using my own imagination, figment of imagination, then it is not in congruence with the ideas of Lord Vedavyasa. And in 2009, there was a World Parliament of Religion was held in Melbourne, and I was one of the delegates. In the registration form, there was a category. They asked me to fill out the registration, religion, and I put Hindu. And in Hindu, it won't stop there. Your denomination, it's Vaishnava, Shaiva, Shakta, or Vedanta. Vedanta, it's a separate category. 4 categories were there. I had to choose one. And there was in my panel, in my discussion, and one Buddhist monk was also there from Taiwan. And he was talking to me. He said, your Vedanta and our Buddhist school, they are very similar. That they talk about the same. He has seen only one dimension of Vedanta. Vedanta, various shades are there. He has seen only one dimension. And he was saying that in Buddhism we talk about shunya. Shunya, it's what is the goal is shunya. And he also seemed to have not understood the meaning of shunya. Sha means bliss. It's a bliss. Highest bliss is called a shunya. But his definition was void, blank. But in your Vedanta, it talks about Brahman. Brahman is complete. Only the words are different, Shunya and Brahman, but they both attribute to the same. Both are talking about the same thing. And he was talking about the Shunya. You can't define a God. Suppose you talk about God having this one, that means you have defined. You should not, the absolute, you can't talk about that quality. If you think of God of this form, you are not talking about the God. If you talk about God with these attributes, you can't talk about that one. And bliss, if you talk about God as Jnanananda, bliss, you can't talk about bliss also. That is what Vedanta is talking about. And that is the absolute, his definition of that one. And in the Vedanta, but here in the 12th chapter Bhagavad Geeta, we are talking about the 12th chapter Bhakti Yoga. Last 2 weeks I gave another dimension of Akshara. Here Arjuna asked the question, should I contemplate on you this as the highest? And in the 11th chapter you showed me the cosmic form with full of attributes. Full of attributes you have shown. In the 10th chapter you told me that whatever greatness you see, there is a ray of his energy is there. Whatever glorious greatness you see in the world, it is behind that one Supreme Lord is there. May it be sun, may it be the stars or river, mountain, whatever great is there, brilliant is there. It is it's an expression of divine beauty. In the 9th chapter, Lord says everything, all glorious, it comes through him. And seeing that one, and Lord Arjuna asked the question, should I see the greatness of you, the glory what you shown in the 11th chapter or talked about in the 10th or 9th chapter, should I contemplate on that glory, or Akshara, Anirdeshya, and what this Vedanti was talking about, this Buddhist monk he was talking about, and where many Vedanta schools, they also in India and across, they are talking about the second type, the absolute Brahman. Should I contemplate on that one? Anirdeshya, without a definition, should I contemplate on that one? Lord talked about, if you go by the second one, without direction, without goal, without its attributes, the path is very hard. Fret, lot of pitfalls are there. It is very hard to travel in that one. Lord says, go by the first option. Think of the Lord with attributes, positive attributes, noble attributes, because your personality has to be positive. If you think of Lord without any attributes, know the glory, and within you also, you tend to become blank. You tend to lead a very dull life, and instead think of the attributes. Whatever you think, you will start reflecting on that one. Those attributes you will start imbibing onto yourself. That is the pretext of this one. Last week I talked about, in the first one, the Lord clearly says the devotion, the sadhana, sadhaka, to do that one, contemplate on the Lord with attributes. Think of the glory, great things, And the second one, the how to do the practice, how to do the sadhana, bhakti. And the third one, and what are the qualities we have to imbibe to able to do the sadhana, so that we contemplate on the Supreme Lord. The bhakti devotion, many people they say bhakti is the one, is a person of a weak nature, person of the emotional nature, weak nature, that person has to do bhakti. Whereas the people who have grown up and has a stamina, for them is a jnana is the path. They talk about, for them, jnana. People of the weak mentality and weakness, and for them bhakti is the path. And Lord clarifies that one. Lord talks about bhakti. Bhakti is not a blind faith. Bhakti doesn't mean a blind faith, believe in whatever people talking about. And we are getting carried away by whatever people talking about. It's not bhakti. Bhakti is the one, it's only through the knowledge you get the bhakti. When you have the knowledge, when you realize the greatness of somebody, your head bows down. In front of him, I am nothing. That is why in our Indian tradition, it's when a great person comes, you bow down your head. My highest is at your lowest. And may you bless me. And if I approach a teacher, and if I want to learn about the higher science, not the material science. Material science, I can read the textbook and Google, I can. But higher science, you have to approach it, even in the material science. When you approach a teacher with arrogance, if I go, teacher won't impart. You have to be humble. Humility should be there. You should have a keenness, eagerness to learn. I am going to the teacher to question him, how well he knows. Does he know as good as me? Is he better than me? And if I go there, knowledge won't come. With humility, with sincerity, I want to know about that light, that Supreme Lord. Please enlighten me. I have to have a path. I have to have a guru, or that in between, who can introduce me to the highest. Some mediator should be there. I can't approach myself. I don't need a guru. I need somebody who has experienced about the highest, who can introduce me to the higher things. I need a medium. I need that person in between. And only through learning through that teacher, I can get to know about the greatness of Supreme Lord. Repeat after me. Arjuna Vacha Evam Satata Yuktaye Bhaktastvam Pariyupasate Ye Chapyakshara Avyaktam Tesham Ke Yoga Vittamaha Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Maya Veshyamano Emam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopeta Te me Yuktatama Mataha Ye Tvakshara Anirdeshyam Avyaktam Pariyupasate Sarvatra Gama Achintyancha Kutastam Achalam Dhruvam Sanniyam Indriya Gramam
Gramam
Sarvatra Samabuddhayah
Sarvatra Samabuddhayah
Te Prapnuvanti Mameva
Te Prapnuvanti Mameva
Sarvabhuta Hiterataha.
Sarvabhuta Hiterataha.
And even when you are contemplating, I mentioned about the second type, without any attributes, without any the particular it's a form, without a direction. And when you are doing, you have to observe, you have to be very strict in your life. So it talks about sanniyam indriyam, senses should be fully under control and must have a balanced mind, equipoised mind, and dedicate lead a life for the welfare of everyone, and extra careful, and you have to be that way. And even if you lead that one, Sri Krishna talks about that path is very difficult. Klesho adhikarastesha
Klesho adhikarastesha
avyakta sakta chetasam
Avyakta sakta chetasam
avyakta hi gatir dukkham
Avyakta hi gatir dukkham
dehavadbhiravapyate.
Dehavadbhiravapyate.
Without any attribute, without not contemplating on any attribute, without contemplating on that one, it's filled with anxiety, stress, and it's a person becomes only head oriented, busy in arguing, and it's a try to prove his point, desperately wants to prove his point or her point, and only intellectually minded, and only busy in arguing, and it's not convinced, wants to defeat through his or her intellectual stamina. Feel there is no shanti in that person's life. Yetu sarvani karmani Mayi sanyasya matparaha Ananye naiva yogena Mam dhyayanta upasate Yetu sarvani karmani. Shri Krishna says, having realized that path is difficult and tend to fall, and that person likely will not have peace of mind. Having known that one, why tread that path? You take this path. Shri Krishna is talking to all of us through Arjuna. Yetu sarvani karmani, and whatever you take complete refuge in me, sanyasya matparaha. Whatever actions you are doing, whatever situation you are in, sanyasya matparaham, offer it to me as the highest. Matparaham, seeing me as the highest. Ananye naiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate. Not to get swayed by the opinions of these intellectuals that they talk about this why it's why you need to have a chosen deity, chosen go to the temple. They talk about all intellectual this one. It is not required. It is not required. God is everywhere. They will talk such a way that it may be, you start thinking it may be right. And when God can be everywhere, why he can't be in a temple also? They don't talk about that one. He can be in the temple also. When God can be everywhere, he can be in the place of temple. The temple, when good, like-minded people goes there, it has a positive energy. It helps you to calm your mind. But they tend to argue it is not required. He is there everywhere. When he is there everywhere, when he is omnipresent, how can be confined to one statue? They talk about many arguments and they tend to mislead, and it says ananye naiva, not to get carried away by these intellectuals, ananye naiva yogena mam dhyayanta, contemplate on me. The attribute, whatever glory, whatever best you see, what is perfect, what you regard as perfect in your life, visualize that one and contemplate on me. Tesha aham samudharta,
Tesha aham samudharta,
mrityu samsara sagarat,
Mrityu samsara sagarat,
bhavami na chirat partha,
Bhavami na chirat partha,
maya veshita chetasam.
Maya veshita chetasa.
When the mind gets settled that way, not swayed by the opinions of people, when my mind is connected to my goal, my ideal, and it's a Lord assures all of us, He will take us across the Mrityu Samsara, the place of birth and death, stress and anxiety and depression and fear. He will take us across Mrityu Samsara Sagarat. Bhavami Nachirat Partha, those who seek set their mind only on me. That is the promise Lord has given. Not to get confused with opinions of people. And mind has to be, that is Bhakti. Bhakti means unalloyed devotion, unswavering devotion, single-pointed devotion to the Supreme Lord. Come what may. That indweller. And in the 15th chapter, Sri Krishna talks about indweller of all. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hridyeshe arjuna tishtati. In the Bhagavad Geeta, he talks about Ishvara, Supreme Lord, is there in everyone's heart. Sri Krishna talks about that light. Connect to that one. He is my most beloved. Not to get swayed by that one. And in all the acharyas, they talk about the Ishvara. Ishvara means Narayana. Ishvara, Narayana means we can't put a picture one reclining on Adishesha. That is, if you go further deeper, Narayana means it's one when everything has gone. What remains, it is called as Narayana. One who was there before and after. Ayana, it's Nara. Nara means water. Water means like cosmic dissolution. When everything goes, what remains? When he is the Adi, one who was there before everyone and who will be there when everyone has gone, that is called as Narayana. And that is why in the Puranas also they talk about that regarding the Supreme Lord, Karara Vindena Padara Vindam Mukhara Vindena Viniveshayantam Vatasya Patrasya Puteshayanam Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami. When everything has gone on a banyan leaf, that small child is reclining, sucking the toe, one's own toe into the mouth. That Lord, that visualization, Markandeya had that visualization, that to that Mukunda, one who can give me a mukti, I bow down to him. That Vatasya Patrasya, that leaf it is called as Veda. That Veda, in the 15th chapter, it talks about when everything has gone, only the sound remains, the Vedas remains. Lord reclines on that one and having a play, pulling that toe and sucking onto himself. That is called as Narayana. That is, when everything has gone, and that is Narayana. And one has to connect to that one. It's eternal. When everything has gone, even Brahma has gone, all his creations have got dissolved, and what remains is Supreme Lord. My devotion to Him. In the next series, he talks about how to do the sadhana. Mayeva mana adastva.
Mayeva mana adastva.
Mayi buddhim niveshaya.
Mayi buddhim niveshaya.
Nivashisyasi.
Nivasishyasi.
Mayeva.
Mayeva.
Ata urdhvam.
Ata urdhvam.
Na samshayaha.
Na samshayaha.
Urdhvam, and in the 15th chapter again it talks about urdhvamola. Urdhvam means higher. Undoubtedly you will go up in your life. Urdhvam na samshayaham. Undoubtedly you will progress. You will make a progress. You will make a progress in a right direction, upward. You start going upward in your life. How? Mayeva mana adastva. Your mind, fix your mind onto me alone. That alone, me, Shri Krishna talks about. That Narayana I talked about. One who was there before, who is there now, who will be there when everyone has gone. And that one, that Supreme Lord. Fix your mind onto Him. And Mayeva mana adastva. Develop taste for that one. My mind is going on trivial things. Try to fix your mind on the Supreme One. One who was there, who is there, who will be there. He alone can look after. If I rely on my friend to look after, if I rely on my son or daughter or wife or husband to look after, they themselves are going. How can I trust them? And this money, if I rely on my money, money will look after. Some point, money become useless. It is of no use. My health has gone. I am in the deathbed. What money can do? Money also, it won't protect. My assets won't protect. What is the only thing can protect? One who was there, who is there, who will be there all the time. He alone can protect. And so mind, set your mind on that one, the permanent. Set your mind. Mayeva mana adastva. My buddhim niveshaya. Buddhi, make your intellect very clear. Intellect is the one. If in the intellect, mind is subject to change, and according to the intellect, buddhi is called as husband, manas is called as wife. The husband, if the husband intellect itself, in my intellect, it's a wrong notion. Get confused. I set my buddhi, intellect on the wrong things. Like avyakta, anirdeshya, and so many arguments, so many theories. And if my intellect itself is polluted, intellect's wife, mind also will be in the wrong direction. There should be a good harmony between the husband and wife, between the intellect and buddhi. Mana and buddhi, husband and wife, they should exist in harmony. If the mind thinks something, intellect goes in somewhere, person loses peace of mind within. There is no peace within. My intellect says this one, my mind says this one. So confused in my life. That great orator, great speaker, he talks about this one. Whereas this yoga teacher talks about this one. So that must be right. He is more popular, that must be right. So confused. My intellect draws me somewhere and mind goes somewhere. You should have a harmony. Fix your mind onto me. Intellect also onto me. When both of them set on the same goal, there will be a harmony within husband and wife. They can exist in harmony. Then this house, this sharira will find through in this house there will be peace. Mayeva mana adastva my buddhim niveshaya. And seek in the through intellect, seek the permanent. Mind, through the mind, fix your mind on the permanent. Nivashisyasi mayeva, having established on me alone. No doubt you will go up in your life. You will go, your personality starts blossoming. That is the opening statement of Shri Krishna. How you have to do the sadhana. It's you fix your intellect and mind, both of them, onto the Supreme Lord. One who was there, who is there, who will be there. Fix on that one. You undoubtedly, your life will be a glorious one. Repeat again. Mayeva mana adastva.
Mayeva mana adastva.
Mayi buddhim niveshaya.
Mayi buddhim niveshaya.
Nivashisyasi mayeva.
Nivashisyasi mayeva.
Ata urdhvam na samshayah.
Ata urdhvam na samshayah.
And Shri Krishna, he says, he gives the option. Suppose you are confused, you can't do that one. He gives a second option. If that is difficult, why don't you try this one? By trying this one, you'll slowly progress to the first option. What is that one? Atachittam samadhatum.
Atachittam samadhatum.
Na shaknoshi.
Na shaknoshi.
That second sha you have to say. In Sanskrit there is a sa, sha, sha. The third one, you have to say the third one. Sa, sha, sa. In, for example, in Tamil or Telugu, they do not have a sha. They only call, instead of saying Shankara, they say Sankara. That three, we have to sa, sha, sha. Three. Here he is talking about the third one. Atachittam samadhatum.
Atachittam samadhatum.
Na shaknoshi.
Na shaknoshi.
Mayi sthiram.
Mayi sthiram.
Abhyasa yogena tato.
Abhyasa yogena tato.
Mamichapthum dhananjaya.
Mamichapthum dhananjaya.
Dhananjaya, Arjuna is called as Dhananjaya, mainly because in Mahabharata for Rajasuya Yaga, in the Dhritarashtra cunningly sent Dhritarashtra to please his son Duryodhana, you go to Indraprastha. Modern Delhi, it was a barren land. You go there, and I want my children to live in happy. You and Duryodhana, he gave a well-established territory Hastinapura to Duryodhana. He sent quietly, cunningly, he sent Dhritarashtra and Pandavas to Hastinapura. Indraprastha. There, by the grace of Lord and Vishwakarma created a city Indraprastha. He created such an affluent city, and the palace he wanted to build. And Mayasura, Ravana's maternal uncle. Mandodari's father, Mayasura, he created a beautiful palace. And once he was sitting in the palace, Narada came to Yudhishthira, and he talked about various lokas, Indraloka, Yamaloka, and Ashtadikpa, all 8 direction. Who is sitting there? Who is doing what? And while talking, he said, your father, Pandu, is in Yamasabha. He is in the court of Yama. And he also said, while describing Indraloka, Harishchandra, he is there in Indrasabha. Then Dhritarashtra was my concerned. My father is fit to be in a Indra Sabha. Why he is there only in a Yama Sabha? And Narada says, it is because your father did not do Rajasuya Yaga. And he was prompting him, if you perform a Rajasuya Yaga, the merit of that one, your father will be able to move to Indra Loka, Indra Sabha. And this is a reference in Mahabharata also. If you do something good, it will go to your ancestors. If you do something negative, it can pull down your ancestors. That is why Shraddha is nothing but offering our respect. Shraddha means respect. Whatever our life should be such a way that it should be glorious. Whatever you do, your ancestors should reap the benefit. And so he wanted to do Rajasuya Yaga to perform. It is not a one-day job, months together, years. To do that one continuously, plenty of lot of wealth was required. So he sent everyone each direction. Arjuna to the north, and Bhimasena to the east and part of north, and to the south Nakula, and to the west Sahadeva. Go and get the donations from the kings. Donation in the sense, all the kings should accept Yudhishthira is the best king. And because of their popularity, they could, without much difficulty, everyone starts giving donation for this yajna. Arjuna is the one who got the most wealth. He went to north and he brought the wealth, Dhananjaya. He got the wealth, highest wealth, going to the north. That is why Dhananjaya. He is called as a Dhananjaya. Sri Krishna is calling all of us as a Dhananjaya. Dhananjaya, we are getting not the exhaustible wealth in the pocket. When you get the highest of the wealth, inexhaustible wealth, one who is seeking the highest of the wealth, they are called as Dhananjaya. They will never be pauper in their life. They are, in the beginning I talked about Namostute, it's a Jnana Deepena Bharata, this I talked about Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pulla Ravinda Yatapatra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Thaila Purna. It's a complete one who is seeking the inexhaustible wealth. That inexhaustible wealth also is called as Vasudeva. One who is seeking the inexhaustible wealth, who was there in the past and in the present and the future, they never will be pauper in their life. They will never feel the poverty in their life. They will be Dhananjaya. Sri Krishna is talking to all of us. You are seeking the eternal. You are treading this path. You never will be impoverished in your life. And he is saying that if you can't mind your intellect, if you can't fix it on me, and mayeva mana adastva, in the atachittam samadhatum, if you can't fix your intellect completely onto me, mind and intellect, if it is not possible, abhyasa yogena tato, you may fall down, you may slip, but do not give up. Do not give up the hope. Keep practicing. Get inspired by the inspired people. Seek the help of the teachers, the guru, and seek. Never give up. Abhyasa yoga. Keep on practicing. Abhyasa yogena tato mamichaptum dhananjaya. And you will undoubtedly, come back onto the track of the prosperity. You will undoubtedly you will come back. Again, atachittam samadhatum
atachittam samadhatum
na shaknoshi mai sthiram
na shaknoshi mai sthiram
abhyasa yogena tato mamichaptum dhananjaya
mamichaptum dhananjaya.
Abhyasena, and Sri Krishna says, even practice if it is difficult. That again, repeated practice, if it is difficult, he gives the third option. You try this one. Even that is difficult, you try this one. Abhyasena asamarthosi.
Abhyasepya asamarthosi.
Abhyasa api.
Abhyasa api
Asamarthosi.
asamarthosi.
Matkarma
Matkarma
paramo bhava.
paramo bhava.
Madartamapi
Madartamapi
karmani
karmani
kurvam siddhi kurvan siddhi
kurvan siddhi
mavapsyasi.
mavapsyasi.
I will give you the third option. You try this one. Even practice also is difficult. You can't practice also. Then, and you do whatever you are doing, the God has given only this much, my limited knowledge. I did not have an opportunity to get the direction from my teacher, and I did not find a right teacher. I did not learn the scriptures. My life is ebbing away. I did not have any opportunity. I was so busy all through my life, thinking that working for making money is the purpose of my life. I lived my life all through. I never reflected on the scriptures. I never went to a teacher with the eagerness to learn. Now, Shri Krishna says not to despair. Whatever rest is left in your life, do it whatever best of your ability, offer it for me. Shri Krishna says, whatever left in your life, do it. Whatever limited knowledge you have, do it for me as an offering to the Lord. Whether right or wrong, I don't know. Whatever limited knowledge I have, I am doing my best. Without I haven't learnt the scriptures. I never went to a teacher. I thought wealth in the pocket is the ultimate. Now, in the fag end of my life, Shri Krishna says, don't give up. Don't go into depression. Whatever you are doing, offer it to me. Ata means even. Ata. Api means again, even if you can't do this one, ashaktosi means you can't do that one. Even abhyasa you can't do, mind and intellect you can't fix on me. Even Shri Krishna never discounts everyone. He motivates everyone. He says you are not redundant. You have the will, yes, start now itself. Never too late. Repeat after me. Ataitadapi ashaktosi.
10th ಮಾಡ್ತಾ
sorry. Abhyasena asamarthosi.
Abhyasepya asamarthosi.
Matkarma paramo bhava.
Matkarma paramo bhava.
Madartamapi karmani.
Madartamapi karmani.
Kurvam siddhi mavapsyasi.
Kurvan siddhi mavapsyasi.
Abhyasa api asamarthosi. Abhyasa, even abhyasa I can't do. Api, even abhyasa api means that also asamarthosi. I can't do the practice. So much of willpower is required. I can't do that one. Matkarma, whatever limited knowledge I have, do it for the paramo bhava. Matkarma paramo bhava. It's an offering to the Supreme Lord. May He be gracious on me. Madartam api karmani. Those who do the work for me, karmani, kurvam siddhi, they get expert in that one, slowly they will tread the path of abhyasa, practice. They get better at what they are doing. Abhyasa, through abhyasa, their mind and intellect get tuned to the Supreme. And again, repeat after me. Abhyase pyasamartosi.
Abhyase pyasamartosi.
Matkarma paramo bhava.
Matkarma paramo bhava.
Madartamapi kurvani.
Madartamapi karmani.
Madartamapi karmani.
Madartamapi karmani.
Kurvan siddhi mavapsyasi.
Kurvan siddhi mavapsyasi.
Repeat the slokas from 8 to 10. Mayeva mana adastva.
Mayeva mana adastva.
Mayi buddhim niveshaya.
Mayi buddhim niveshaya.
Nivashisyasi mayeva.
Nivasishyasi mayeva.
Ata urdhvam na samshayah.
Ata urdhvam na samshayah.
Ata chittam samadhatum.
Ata chittam samadhatum.
Na shaknoshi mayi sthiram.
Na shaknoshi mayi sthiram.
Shaknoshi mayi sthiram. Sthira means unswavering. Mind and intellect is firmly established on that one. If you can't firmly establish your mind and intellect, he is saying abhyasa yogena tato.
Abhyasa yogena tato.
Mamichaptum dhananjaya.
Mamichaptum dhananjaya.
Abhyasena abhyasepya asamartosi.
Abhyasepya samarthosi.
Matkarma paramo bhava.
Matkarma paramo bhava.
Madartamapi kurvani. Madartamapi karmani.
Madartamapi karmani.
Kurvan siddhi mavapsyasi.
Kurvan siddhi mavapyasi.
Even if you can't do your action dedicated for Supreme Being, whatever karma I want to do that one, even you can't do that one, you forget that one. And in the Bhagavad Geeta earlier, it talks about whatever karma like breathing, pranayama also can be divinized. Your whatever eating you are doing, you can divinize that one. And whatever you do, you can divinize that one. If you can't do even that one, not to worry. He gives the fourth option, the fourth possibility. You do this one. Ataitadapya.
Ataitadapya.
Ashaktosi.
Ashaktosi.
Kartum uddyoga ashritaha.
Kartum udyogam ashritaha.
Sarva karma palatyagam.
Sarva karma phalatyagam.
Tata kuru yatatmavan.
Tata kuru yatatmavan.
In the last category, Krishna talks about. First category, he talks about fix your mind and intellect on me. Always, if it is difficult, practice. Do not give up. Try to fix that one. Even that is not possible, he is talking about whatever actions you are doing, you offer it to me. Even actions, whatever I can't do that one. And Shri Krishna he is talking about, and whatever is happening in your life, do not take any responsibility. Something bad has happened, my health has collapsed. Accept. It's a God's grace. Something good has happened, accept it is as a God's grace. Try to accept whatever is happening in your life, try to accept it is a prasada of the Lord. You have to accept. We don't accept. How come I did so much for the community? How come I lost my job? How come my health has collapsed? And you have to accept. It's a accept, try to accept. I looked after my children so well. My children hardly speaks to me. And he has gone away now. Accept that one. I did so much for my children. Accept that one. Or you lose your husband or wife, somebody is gone, parents have gone, accept. Whatever, you accept. Try to accept whatever acceptance, it's a prasad of Lord. Acceptance doesn't mean you become a doormat, people start walking on you, not that one. You become a doormat, and in certain things it is beyond your control. And people, when it goes beyond our control and we don't accept that one, we rebel within. We rebel within, we don't know how to handle that one. So much of anger against God. God is not there. He is impartial. Never do good things to others. I come across people. I did so much for people. It has happened. Now I stopped helping people. No point. There is no God. Don't you start accepting. That is also Bhakta's Lakshana. You accept. Slowly, when you are accepting, all your actions also will be glorious. When your actions are glorious, your path, every day you will be religiously, your abhyasa, practice. You want to uplift yourself. You want to discover yourself. You want to discover the inner being who was there in the past, present and the future. Your mind and intellect will set on Him. And the Sri Krishna is talking about, you start. Even if it is not possible, start with that one. Ataitadapya ashaktosi kartum udyoga ashritaha sarva karma palatyagam. And this one, many people these days, they talk about phalatyagam. It is not fa, it is not, it is a pa. In North India, because of the Mughal influence, Persian influence, they don't say pa, they say fa. Pa, you have to say pa, palatyagam, and you have to press it's press on that one, not pala. You have to, it's the higher one, pala. If you say sarva karma pala, if you don't press pa, it is, if you say only pala means flesh, mamsa. And it is Sri Krishna here is not talking about become a vegetarian. Palatyagam means not a forego the meat. He is not talking about become a vegetarian. Pala means fruit of action. That's why Ucharana, when you are learning the Sanskrita, you have to learn the pronunciation properly. Palatyagam. I went to temple and I gave a pala. Pala means only I gave a flesh. And it's not flesh. Pa. You have to say palatya. Pala means fruit. Okay. Sarva karma palatyagam. Tata kuru yatatmavan. Again, these 11 shlokas. From next week, it is talking about next 8 shlokas. How to we have to inculcate positive values in us. What are the 40 qualities he talks about? We'll cover that one. In the meantime, first 11 shlokas, repeat that one. Arjuna Vacha Evam Satata Yuktaye Bhaktastvam Pariyupasate Echapyaksharam avyaktam Tesham ke yoga vittamaha. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Maya Veshyamano Emam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopeta Teme Yuktatama Mataha Yetvakshara Anirdeshyam Avyaktam Pariyupasate Sarvatra Gama Chintyancha
सत्यञ्च
कूटस्थ अचलं ध्रुवम्
कूटस्थम् अचलं ध्रुवम्
सन्न्यामिन्द्रियग्रामम्
सन्नियाम् इन्द्रियग्रामम्
सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः
सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः
ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव
ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव
सर्वभूतहिते रताः
सर्वभूतहिते रताः
क्लेशोऽधिकरस्तेषाम्
क्लेशो अधिकरस्तेषा
अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम्
अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम्
अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम्
अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम्
देहवद्भिरवाप्यते
देहवद्भिरवाप्यते
ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि
ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि
मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः
मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः
अनन्येनैव योगेन
अनन्येनैव योगेन
मां ध्यायन्त उपासते
मां ध्यायन्त उपासते
तेषा अहं समुद्धर्ता
तेषा अहं समुद्धर्ता
मृत्युसंसारसागरात्
मृत्युसंसारसागरात्
भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ
भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ
मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्
मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्
मय्येव मन आदस्त्व
मय्येव मन आदस्त्व
मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय
मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय
निवशिष्यसि मय्येव
निवसिष्यसि मय्येव
अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः
अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः
अत चित्तं समाधातुम्
अत चित्तं समाधातुं
न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम्
न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम्
अभ्यासयोगेन ततो
अभ्यासयोगेन ततो
मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय
मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय
अभ्यासेन असमर्थोऽसि
अभ्यासेऽप्य असमर्थोऽसि
अभ्यासेऽप्य असमर्थोऽसि
अभ्यासेऽप्य असमर्थोऽसि
मत्कर्म परमो भव
मत्कर्मा परमो भव
मदर्थमपि कुर्व कर्माणि
मदर्थमपि कर्माणि
कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि
कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि
अतैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि
अतैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि
कर्तुम् उद्योगमाश्रितः
कर्तुम् उद्योगमाश्रितः
सर्वकर्मफलत्यागम्
सर्वकर्मफलत्यागम्
ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्.
ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्.
We have done up to 11th, and in the 12th one, Sri Krishna has given 4 types of sadhana. What is the best one? He is talking on that one, and after that he will be talking about the qualities which we have to inculcate to uplift ourselves. And